Hello, and welcome back to another Rise of Empires Ice and Fire video. I am Mr. Gill, and thank you so much for joining me. Thank you also for all of your previous likes, views, subscriptions, comments. This weekend has been big for the channel, guys. Very big. We are hitting unseen of heights of views and stuff like that, which is fantastic. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, this weekend we posted the Best Base Orange Hero series, 3 videos where I basically tried to break down what I believe is the best way to choose your heroes for your setup. And lots and lots of feedback from that. So what I thought I would do is just do a quick review of what people have said about the various things, and so we can kind of keep on learning as we go, and we're not forgetting. We're not doing this a week from now and going, oh, what was it again we were talking about now? So let's just kind of keep focused on it. You can see I've kind of finished up what I think is going to be my layout for now. So I eventually decided, I did move a few things around. I eventually decided on having Ori, then Yama, and then Heaven's Justice there, and then North Rage, Dual Blades, and Hurricane in my second, or my class Legion, which is a little bit less stronger than my Legion number 1, as I am not a raider. This one is usually better for me. And then in the second and third, I've moved, I can't remember who that is, Raja or something like that, down there with Blizzard in second. Obviously, I don't have another orange hero, so I can't put anybody there. And then I decided, you know what, I didn't want to waste these two. So these two, what's them called it? Demon Spear does Footmen. And this, what is it? I can never remember. Yeah, Demon Spear does Footmen, and El Zoro. Is this El Zoro? Yep, El Zoro is focused on archers. So I thought I didn't want to have them just sitting around doing nothing. So I've moved them into my 4th Legion, which was always a bit crappy compared to the other Legions. I've renamed it Slowpoke, because it definitely goes about 3 times as slow as any of these guys because of the footmen and the archers. But, you know, it's still got some nice little power there. And we can look at potentially upgrading the tiers on our footmen and falconers. Archer guys, because they're only tier 7. We can get them to tier 8 probably this week. So that's what I kind of did after making all of those videos and thinking about hard. This is what I think. But what did you guys think? So let's have a look at the comments for each particular video. Now, if you haven't seen the videos, there will be links down in the description, and if I remember, there should be some little cards up there that pop up periodically and say episode Best Base Orange Heroes number 1, number 2, number 3, etc, etc, etc. So you should be able to find this pretty easily. But let's have a quick look and go into the comments here, and it comes from most recent, so there's some that are older. Oh no, we'll go from the bottom, we'll go up. We had a comment from a lovely person called Capital Bratwurst, which is an awesome username. They said, great explanation, wish I'd seen it at the start. Important to mention, it is also to not spend wisdom medals on other than orange heroes, except maybe some stationary, e.g. gold producing ones. This is a good point. So basically Capital Bratwurst here is just saying, when you get your wisdom medals and you decide to start upgrading people's skills, you should always focus on the orange ones first. The only other ones you should potentially focus on are maybe somebody stationed that will make you a little bit of extra cash. Oh, my alarm. That's stupid. A little bit of extra cash, which I believe is the carriage driver, etc. But you might have different ones. So basically, use your wisdom medals on the orange first, and occasionally maybe upgrade one of these little guys if you like. They also said Dual Blade is available to buy with real money pretty inexpensively, under €1. That's up to you guys. I don't know if it's cheap or not. Then they are using cavalry for the main legion, archers for the second best when attacking other players because of the armor. And when attacking monsters, uses footmen in the front to not lose too much wood on training and healing cavalry. That's an interesting. Okay, so basically, I mean, and we kind of mentioned this briefly, I don't plan to play around too much. If I'm going to attack a monster, I'm just going to send this guy. But what Capital Bratwurst is saying here is that if he's going to attack a monster, he usually puts some footmen in the front because they have a higher defense than Crusader cavalry will have, and that means there's less healing to do, etc, etc. So that's something you could possibly think about, swapping up some of your troop types depending on what you're attacking. As I said, I probably won't because I'm lazy. That's just my view. But thanks for the comment, Capital Bratwurst. That's a lovely, good information. Prashant Shrestha said, when's the next video coming? And I said, every 3 hours. Thank you so much. And they said, appreciate it. Brilliant. Thank you so much for your comment. Dmitry Karamov. Hi, Mr. Gill. I appreciate that you answer comments. I have a question. Is there a point of getting more XP for this stationing heroes? Their first skill is usually getting more XP with every resource produced, but why do I need it? It would add troop count for the combat heroes, but for the stationing one, is XP useless? And I said, I've never really thought about that. I'll have a look into it. But somebody else, Jonathan and Vanny, said the level will be used for her other skill if you ever open it. So basically what we're talking about here, guys, is if we come down, hurry up and open, there we go. Is there any point in leveling up these guys or giving these guys XP? Because with the normal heroes, if you give them XP, it will go and affect their first skill, and I think that's exactly the same with any stationing heroes. And you can see it here, gain 19,500 XP, every hero level increases XP gain by 500. So basically, if this person is level 32, this is going to increase a little bit. If they're level 33, that's going to increase a little bit. How does that affect everything else? I don't really know. Let's have a quick look and see if anything else is affected by XP. Not really. Not really. Yeah, I mean, basically, as with the orange heroes, as with a combat hero, increasing the level using experience points will usually increase the first skill. If you increase, say, on an orange hero, an orange combat, let's go back. There we go. If I increase the experience here, if I got that to level 43, which I can't do the maths very quick, we can't do right now, but basically that will add a slight more capacity for this hero, just a little bit more. And I think that's the same for any stationing heroes or heroes that are used in production and development. But thank you so much for your comment, Dimitri, and thank you, Jonathan and Vanny, for the reply. Gerald Mawson, hey Gerald, how you doing? Said, very informative again. Thank you, Gerald. Dr. House asked me for a translation in Russian. I will say this, guys. I can't speak other languages, and YouTube doesn't. There's no way for me to automatically translate. All I can do is click auto English captions. So basically, if you see the little CC in the bottom of your YouTube screen or menu, you can put English captions up on the thing because it'll translate my English. It cannot translate my English into another language that comes up as a subtitle. That, if you ever see that in a video, that's been done by the actual person who makes the video, or they've hired someone to translate it after and uploaded it into YouTube. But there's no way for me to translate it unless I could speak another language, and I don't, unfortunately, because I'm lazy. Sorry about that, Dr. House. I will try to speak slower. I don't know. No, I'm not going to promise that, actually. Darko Pantalik said, first night's video, some advice. Dual, Orochi, and North can't coexist with one another from your heroes. I would make Orochi Dual, North. I would make Orochi Dual, Hurricane, North, Yama, Heaven. It is of utmost importance to have the HP hero on front, and best HP hero on front is Orochi, which is what we did. No matter what the others say, that hero is top for the front. Cool, that's what we got there. Second, all level 7 skills give bonus entire legion. Okay, I didn't know that, so that's interesting to know. I just thought it was the HP skill, but it is not. So let's just double check. Not double check that, but have a look at that. So basically what Darko is telling us here is that for any hero, when you get to the level 7 skill, which is this one here, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, it's this one here. That affects the entire legion. So one of the reasons I wanted Orochi in the front is because this HP boost will affect the entire legion. Now, obviously, I haven't unlocked it yet, but I'm hoping to do that. When can I unlock it? I should be able to do that this week. I think I'm pretty sure. Should be able to do that this week. Okay. Some awakened skills like Yaramasa give siege might additional, but only for himself. Okay. So, well, then it's not as universal as you said, but that's fine. You along heroes in rows based on the range of their active skills you have. Exactly. So he's just kind of reminding me, this is unlocked. So at the moment, it's actually not very useful to have this 6% HP here. But I'm not going to change up my formations every damn day, as I've said that before. So this is what I'm going to stick with, and I'm just going to focus this week on getting everything a bit leveled up and a bit unlocked. And if it takes me a week or two to get there, that's fine. As I said, I'm not very massively attacking anybody, so I'm okay. Now for yourself, you decide whether you want to, update your hero layout every day, every week, every hour, every minute. That's completely up to you. But you should, obviously, as is the kind of point that Darko is making here, is that you should make sure that it's about the active skills you have. Don't put a level 1 orange in the front row until you've opened up all the skills. Yeah, so opening up the skills is still the key and the most important thing to do. Darko, that's a fantastic comment. I don't think I liked it, but I'll like it now. Thank you so much. It's also said, in your 2 army, Duel is range 3, Orochi range 2 to 3, North 2 to 3 as well, and your second Yara is 2 to 3, Hurricane, Heaven 4 to 5. Yeah, yes, we went through all of that. Maybe you didn't see the rest of the videos. Indira Sakti, the 3 heroes you put together in your first legion is wrong. Okay, fair enough. Dual Blade, Orochi, North all have this short range. Short range always at the front. That's what I did. I think we're looking at people's comments on the first video, and something I did say was, remember, just keep your comments and think about, and I did say there would be 3 videos, but that's fine. Short range always at the front, range 1, 2 at the front, range 2, 3, 4 at the middle, range 4, 5 at the back. Example, Heaven's Justice. Yeah, cool. So basically, there was quite a few comments, and I actually ended up putting a community post up. Quite a few comments on the first 2 videos saying, oh, no, you haven't thought of this or this or this. As I said, there was 3 videos and they were kind of meant to be watched together. That's why they were kind of short, and that's why they were released all within, I think, about 2 hours. Indira does recommend putting Yama at the front because he is the siege master. Again, I kind of disagreed with that, and I said with Ori at the front, they'll get the benefit of HP, and his important skills have... Yama's important skills have the range to reach the middle, from the middle, I think. Yeah, okay. Indira, fantastic. Thank you for commenting. Good views. Chiran, I can't pronounce that, sorry. Dallas, another great video, buddy. Thank you so much. Aljon Baran, see, my combination hero is Yama, Duel, Hurricane. What do you say to my combined? Please teach me, thank you, and God bless. That sounds good. So Yama in the front, Duel, and then Hurricane. Yeah. Yep. Yama's kind of short range, Duel's a bit medium, and Hurricane's a bit long. Yeah, if those are the heroes you've got, I think that's a good start. That's a great start. That kind of follows what we've been talking about. Well done, Aljon Baran. Let's have a look at the second video then. Best base orange heroes number 2, sort by skill range. Let's look at all the comments. Only 2 comments here. John Panjo Album said, great work. Thank you very much, John. And Slaven Rubik, good to know, but your class need to be fixed. North range can't make damage. You put him on last place. And Orochi can just hit 1 of enemy row in Legion. North range can't make... I didn't put North range in the last place. Again, maybe we're just not catching up with all 3 of the videos and seeing how it was laid out. But anyway, thank you so much for the comments, love, and I'll give that a little love heart. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And then the last video, best base orange heroes number 3. Come on. Why all of a sudden the Wi-Fi don't work? Why? What you doing? Here we go. Alright, and let's scroll to the bottom and do them from the bottom up. Chong Chi Yen said, Dual Blade, Hurricane, Heaven Justice are best combination. Their abilities similar and they are multiple hitters. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I mean, except that Dual Blade is 323, Hurricane and Heaven's Justice. Yeah, I guess, I mean, they're all very might. So Dual Blade has the resistance and the other 2 have the might. So yeah, I mean, in terms of kind of straight up siege war, that can kind of work. But as I mentioned in the videos, I really think the HP ability, because it's so rare in the heroes, is actually quite useful to have up the front, as it affects the entire Legion. Arjun Kartha replied to that comment by Chong Chi Yin and said, why do you say? Then Nox Salvador said, this is my current formation since I don't have Orochi and North. Yeah, I mean, you got to make up with what you've got. And Arjun replied, yes, okay, cool. All right, so I mean, as I said, I wanted everybody to, feel free to give their opinions about what they want. I'm quite happy with the layout we've done, I think. Chandan Kumar said helpful tips. Thank you so much, mate. Lewis Lawton asked, hey please, could you tell me how to download this on PC? Okay. BlueStacks. Integer. This was a big one. But it wasn't really about the hero, so we're going to kind of skip it. But if you want, if you've got some knowledge, Integer was asking about young new player asking about how to kind of work out his hospitals and stuff like that. Sahir Yafet said, thanks for all the videos, it's really helping me to progress, thank you very much. Dr. Osman said, just want to say 2 words, thank you. Jody Borge said, first off, big fan here, I'm new to this game, just under a month, you've helped me a lot, please keep the tutorials. Okay, fantastic, thank you very much. Nox Salvador said, thank you for the tips, okay, cool. Merced Vasquez, all I'm going to say is make use of every attack. If you know you have a 2-range hero, keep them in the first slot, even if they have another combat skill that reaches 3rd range. You would be missing out on hitting an extra formation with that 2-range attack. You just set that legion up to do less possible damage, which in turn could possibly make your opponent's legion take longer to abandon formation and flee. So basically, I think what Merced is trying to say here is that if you've got something that is 2-3-2 and you've got something that is 3-3-3, always use the 2-3-2 in the first slot. Because otherwise, if you put it in the middle or the end, that first thing, the 2, is not going to be used at all. That skill will be completely wasted. So it's always anything with the lowest always goes up the front. I think that's really kind of a good point, because if you might have the best upgraded skills in the world, but you put them in the wrong spot, even by 1 skill, you've lost that entire skill entirely. You've lost that entire skill entirely. Yeah, whatever that kind of means. Let's just quickly check if there were anything on the community posts I made. Go into my channel. Go into the community. Comments. No, just one from John. Fine. Comments on the actual thing. So comments on a couple of the community posts. What day is better to open super recruitment tickets? Thursday. Always Thursday. No better chance, no better luck that day, but you get points for the Clash of Provinces. Okay, cool. That looks about it. 2 things before we go, guys. One, a friend of mine, Ryan1252. If you look on my community page on my website, on my channel, he is a Stockholm tour guide, and he loves history. So he started a little 30-day historical rundown of Swedish history, which is actually kind of interesting. It's not really one of my things. I'm not a big history buff, but he is incredibly knowledgeable. I know him very well. I didn't realize how much he keeps in his head at all times. It's a little bit scary. But if you are at all interested in Swedish history, please go check it out. There should be a link in the community page on my channel, or search Ryan1252. Second thing, it is getting slightly warmer and slightly nicer in the world, so I'm hoping to do some more vlogs, and maybe, if you noticed, there was a cooking thing on my channel. A lot of people say that you should have a channel that purely focuses on one thing so that you're maximizing your audience, so I should only do, the thing that everybody wants to watch. I will always do that, but I will always also do whatever the hell I like, because that's just fun. I'm not going to make myself bored to spite the nose on my face, if you know what I mean. Cool. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you so much for the videos. Please hit that little thumbs up button, because increasingly I realize how important that is. Subscribe if you want to, but otherwise I'll catch you again next time. Cheers, guys. See ya. Bye.